Hello everyone, welcome back to Success Care 24. Hope you guys are practicing well for your upcoming examinations. You guys know that lots of exams are coming, isn't it? So your SSC CGL exams is on next month, IBPS POs are upcoming. So you need to level up your practice, isn't it? And today we will practice some advanced topic from Quant. So we will discuss some questions, we will practice some questions from the topic mensuration. It is a topic from advanced Quant and it is very useful for your SSC CGL exam, isn't it? It is one of the most important topic from which you can get 2 to 3 questions at least. All right, so let's solve some questions from the topic mensuration today. Okay, so before proceeding further, when you are going to do questions from mensuration topic, you need to have very good command on your formula, isn't it? Because mensuration has two parts. One is mensuration 2D and one is mensuration 3D. Mensuration 2D is mensuration 2 dimension and mensuration 3D is mensuration 3 dimension. So there are lots of structures and figures, and with those figures it has some formulas, isn't it? Formulas of volumes, formulas of areas, formulas of surface areas, like this. So you need to be very good on those formulas. So you need to memorize this, because you cannot do questions without those formulas. Okay, so to do the questions from the mensuration topic itself, you need to have a very good command on those formulas. So first you memorize those formulas, then you can only solve questions from mensuration. All right, so let's solve today. Okay, so let us take the first question. All right, so first question is given as, so a rectangular field has a length that is 4 meters more than its width. So we have a rectangular field. Okay, so let us take a rectangular field. Mensuration topic is all about your figure, all about your structure and formulas, isn't it? So let us take a rectangular field and it has length which is 4 meters more than its width. So let us take, let your width is x, then length is what? X plus 4, isn't it? Because length is 4 meters more than its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 56 centimeters. Then what is the perimeter now? Perimeter is the boundary only. Okay, if we consider this rectangle, perimeter would be the boundary of this rectangle, this boundary, and area is the space covered by that rectangle. So this is the difference between area and perimeter. Okay, remember it. So what do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter is nothing but the boundary. So this is the perimeter, and area is the space occupied by that figure. So all the spaces, this will be your area. So here what you are given? You are given only perimeter. So perimeter of the rectangle is 56 centimeter. So perimeter is given as 56. Okay, so perimeter is 56 meter. Okay, fine. And if the area of the rectangle is 64 meter square less than the area of a square field. Now it is told that area of the rectangle is 64 meter square less than whom? Than the area of a square field. Also we have another structure which is of a square, which is of a square. So square means what? Square means that figure which have all sides equal, and rectangle is those figure which have opposite sides equal. When two opposite sides are equal, those figures are known as rectangle. When all the sides are equal, those figures are known as your square. This is the basics of mensuration 2D. Okay, so width is x, then length is x plus 4, and perimeter is given as 56. All right, then you are told that area of this rectangle is 64 meter square less than the area of the square field. Now perimeter, you know. So how you calculate perimeter for a rectangle? The perimeter for a rectangle is twice of length plus width. Formula for perimeter is twice of L plus W is equal to what? 56. Now calculate this, put the values of L. L is your x plus 4 and W is your x, which is equal to 56. If you calculate this, you will get the value of x, and from here you can get width and length. So this will give x, and x will give you twice x plus 4, and if I put this 2 here on the this side of equal sign, then 56 by 2 will give you how much? 28. So twice x is equal to 28 minus of 4, so that means 24. So x is equal to what? So x is equal to, from here you will get x as, okay, space. So x is equal to your 24. So if x is 24, then width is how much? Width is 24 and length is 28. Okay, you are getting the values of width and length. All right, what we have done till now? So we have considered the width as x, then length would be x plus 4 because it is given in the question. Then that length is 4 meter more than its width. And after that you are given perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but the boundary, and the formula for perimeter of a rectangle is twice of length plus width. So putting this value, we are getting the value of x. So x becomes your 24. Then yeah, then your is it okay? Twice x plus 4 is equal to 28. So twice x is equal to, yes, 24. So x is equal to not 24. X is equal to, because twice x is equal to 24. So x equal to 24 by 2. That means 12. So x is equal to 12. Okay, x is equal to 12. So if x equal to 12, then x plus 4 would be how much? So x plus 4 would be your 16. 16. So you are getting the length of that figure, rectangular figure, as 16 and width of that rectangular figure as 12. Till now it is fine. Now what you are given? I am getting x and y, length and breadth with the formula of perimeter. Using the formula of perimeter, I am calculating width and length. After that, what you are given in the question? Till now it is fine. Okay, I am rubbing this. Okay, so let's do the next part. So next part is given as area of this rectangle. Now this area of this rectangle, now area of a rectangle is what? Area of rectangle is length into width, isn't it? So area of this rectangle is 64 meter square less than the area of a square field. And area of square field is how much? Side square. Okay, so let us take the side of that square as a. Then according to question, how would be my formula? So my equation would be as area of that rectangle is 64 centimeters meter square less. So area of square, a square, minus of 12 into 16, because length into breadth is the area of rectangle, must be equal to how much? Must be equal to 64. So now we are getting an equation using this, what you are given in the question. So applying what you are given in the question, I am getting an equation. So from here what we can get? We can get the values of a. A is nothing but the side of a square, side of that square. So from here a square is equal to 64 plus 12 into 16 will give you how much? Calculate 12 into 16. 192. So from here what you are getting? So 6, 5 and 2, 256. So a square is equal to 256. You are getting a square means side square is equal to 256. Then a would be how much? Square root of 256. And square root of 256 will give you how much value? 16. So a is what? A is the side of that square. The side of that square is, you are asked to find the length of the side of the square. Of course, the side of the square. So the value of the side of the square will be 16. Okay. So what we are doing here, we are first calculating the values of the length and breadth of that rectangle. From that, we are using according to the question, we are getting the values of a. So this is all about the question. Little bit of lengthier, but you need to do that, isn't it? So from here you are getting the length of the side of the square as 16. Okay. So let's move to the next question. So you see here, you need to have a very good command on formulas. Formulas is very important while you are solving mensuration questions. If you don't know the formulas, you cannot do these questions from mensuration. So you need to know what is the formula for the area and perimeter of rectangle, square. There are lots of structures na? In mensuration you get lots of 2D structures like your rectangle, square, then rhombus, then trapezium. So you need to have that basic concept, what is rhombus, what is trapezium, and what are the formulas for the perimeter and areas, like that, isn't it? So first learn this, then only you can solve questions from this topic. So next question is given as a rectangular park measures 60 meter in length and 40 meter in width. Also here you are given a rectangular park. Okay, you are given a rectangular park also here. So let us consider a rectangular figure. So if I consider a rectangular figure, so this is, let us consider a rectangular figure. So from here you are given length is 60 meter, length is 60 meter and 40 meter in width, width is 40 meter. Okay. Two parts, each 2 meter wide. Now it has two parts. Okay, let us draw the diagram a little bit bigger. What was our rectangle? What was the definition of rectangle? Rectangle are those figures which have two opposite sides equal and also angles are 90 degree. Also angles are 90 degree. Remember that. Okay, so now we are considering this as a rectangle. It has length as 60 meter and width as 40 meter. So from here you are told that two paths each of 2 meter wide, two paths each of 2 meter wide cross each other in the middle of the park. So there are two paths. Okay, so there are two paths like this. So there are two paths and width of that path is 2 meter. This the wide of that path is 2 meter. Okay, so from here what you need to calculate, dividing it into 4 equal parts, what is the remaining area of the park after the area of the paths is removed. Okay, so two parts we have considered as this, one is along this way, another along this way. That means one is along vertically, another is horizontally, like this. Now so from here you are getting 4 equal parts. Okay, so 4 equal parts you are getting. And what is the remaining area of the park after the area of the path is removed? Now we need to calculate those areas, this portion and this portion. I need to calculate what would be the area adding these 4 parts, neglecting those, removing those path. Okay, fine. So for that what we need to do, let us first calculate the area of the whole rectangular field. Okay, so let us first calculate the area of the whole park. Area of the park, area of the park, area of rectangular shape is what? Length into breadth or length into width. So length into breadth will give you 60 into 40, 60 into 40. Okay, so 60 into 40 we are getting what? 2400. 2400 what? Meter square. Always remember, unit of area is your meter square or centimeter square. That means unit square. So area of that rectangle, square, anything, area, unit of area is the unit square. Here you are given the unit as meter, so it would be meter square. And area for perimeter is only the unit. Unit, if the unit is given as meter, it would be only meter. If the unit is in centimeter, then the only unit would be centimeter only. Okay, so area of the park is 2400 meter square. I am getting the area of the whole rectangular field. Now what I need to calculate? I need to calculate the area of those paths, isn't it? So if I need to calculate this area of this path, so what would be the length and breadth? So let us consider this as number 1 path, this is number 2 path. So area of path 1, what would be the area of path 1? Tell me. What you will do? You need to now know the values of what? Length and width for that path. So what would be the value of length? So if I consider this path, so length would be equal to what? 40, because this distance is nothing but 40 meter, isn't it? So this distance is your 40 meter. So that means the length of that path would be 40. And what is the width for that path? Width for that path is given as 2 meter, because the width of that path is 2 meter. So the area of that path 1 is 40 into 2 meter square, which will give you 80 meters. Okay. Similarly, area of path 2. Area of path 2. So path 2 area would be how much? This would be the length. This would be the length. So length would be equal to what? 60 meter, because this distance is 60 meter and this is also the same distance, isn't it? So length of that path 2 would be your 60 meter, and width is of course 2 meter. Width is same wide, so 2 meter. That means area of the path 2 would be how much? 120 meter square. 120 meter square. So till now what we have done, we have calculated the area of the whole rectangle. After that we have calculated the areas of the path, because I need to calculate only the remaining area of the part. So for that, if you need only the remaining area of the part, so for that you need to exclude the areas of the path 1 and 2. Now what is important here, you check the middle portion here. The middle portion here, it is calculated twice, isn't it? If you see carefully, when we are calculating the area of the path number 1 and while we are calculating the area of the path number 2, we are considering this middle area twice. So I need to exclude this middle area, isn't it? So if I exclude this middle area, then let us first calculate the area of that middle part. So area of that middle part would be how much? Area of middle part. Area of middle part. See, this is what? 2. Okay, let us take another ink. So this is what? 2 meter. This because 2 meter wide, and this is of course what? 2 meter. So length and breadth of that middle path would be how much? 2 into 2 meter square. That means equal to 4 meter square. Okay. So that would be the area for path 1, path 2 and the middle part. Till now it's fine. Okay. Now what I need to do, you just need to calculate remaining areas. So if I rub this figure, okay, we have already seen the figure. So if I rub this figure, so from here you see the area of the remaining path. Area of remaining park is equal to area of remaining park. So the whole area was 2400, isn't it? Whole area was 2400 minus area of path 1. So path 1 area is 80. Then area of path 2. Then area of middle path. So now subtract this, you will get the answer, required answer. So 120, 80, it will give you how much? 200, and 200 plus 4, 204. So if I subtract that 204, what will I get? 6, and this is 9. Okay, 6, this is 9. Why? 2196. Is there any options like 2196? No. Let us check once again. Area of the path is 60 into 40, 00, yes, 24. Then area of the path 1 is your 40 into 2, done. Area of path 2 is 60 into 2, done. Area of the middle part, path, not path, middle part. Area of middle part is 2 into 2, 4 meter square, because length was 2 and breadth was 2. Okay, fine, till now it's okay. And then subtract, if I subtracting the areas of those from the total area, 2400 minus 80 plus 120 plus 4. Okay, fine. So it will be 204. So 6. So let us check once. Where am I doing wrong? So this was my rectangular path. Oh, sorry. So here you need to subtract the what? Middle part from this area, because from the areas of the path. You need to subtract that middle part, not from the whole area, from the area of the path, because you are calculating twice while you are calculating the areas of the path, isn't it? You are calculating twice the area of the middle part while calculating the areas for path 1 and path 2. Then actually you need to subtract it from the areas of the path. Now let's check. Okay, are you getting my point? What am I doing wrong here? Because the middle part, the area of the middle part needs to be subtracted from the areas of the path, not from the whole area of the park, but from the area of the path itself. Because while calculating the areas of the path, I am considering this twice times. That is why. So 80 plus 120 minus 4. So now it will give you 196. 196. So 4. Then 0, then 2, 2. 2204 will be the correct answer. So option number 1 will be the correct answer. Okay. So option number 1 will be the correct answer. So this is for question number 2. Okay. So diagrams are must and formulas are must to solve mensuration question. Okay. Let's move to next question. Question number 3. Question number 3. Okay. So the area of a right triangle is 30 centimeter square. So area of a right triangle. You are given a triangle whose area is 30 meters square. And the base of the triangle is 7. So base is given as 7 centimeter. Okay. Base is given as 7 centimeter. Why it is okay. So base of this triangle is 7 and height is not 7. Base of the triangle is 7 centimeter less than its height. Base is 7 centimeter less than its height. Okay. So then find the length of the base of the triangle. Find the length of the base of the triangle. So here, length of the base of the triangle. So let us consider, let height of the triangle. So if the height of the triangle is x, then base is what? Base is 7 centimeter less than height. So x minus 7. So height is, if the height is x, then base is x minus 7. It is given in the question. Now area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. So formula for the area of a triangle. We can denote this like denote the area of a triangle like this symbol, or you can write it as well. So area of triangle. Formula is what? Area of triangle is half cross base cross height. Okay, half cross base cross height. So half cross base value is your x minus of 7 and height value is x. This must be equal to how much? 30 centimeter square. It is given in the question. So area is given. You have considered base as x minus 7 since base is 7 centimeter less than its height. So height is x, then base is this, then area formula for a triangle is half cross base cross h. So from here you solve the value for x. Okay, so you will get the base value. This is an easy direct formula question. So from here what we can do? So if you do the calculation, so x square minus of 7x is equal to, if I put this 2 here, so it will be 60. Okay, so from here x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Is it okay till now? Fine. So I'm considering the height of the triangle as x, then base would be x minus n, and now I know the area of the triangle as half cross b cross h. So half cross b is your x minus 7, height is x, which is equal to given as 30 centimeter square. So from here, if I keep this 2 on the either side of the equation, then it will give you 60, and if I open the bracket, it will be x square minus 7x is equal to 60. Now if I put this 60 here, so you are getting a equation x square minus 7x minus 60. So this is nothing but a quadratic equation. Now you need to solve the quadratic equation. Okay, you know how to solve quadratic equation. Okay, so we can do it by using factorization method, or you can do the 𝑨𝑫𝑹𝑬 method. 𝑨𝑫𝑹𝑬 method is directly formula, and if you don't know the formula, you can factorize this minus 7. Okay, so from here, if I solve this equation, so what will I get? So x square minus 60. I can write it as how much? 12 into 5. 60 I can write as 12 into 5, isn't it? 60 I can write as 12 into 5. So from here, I can write 7x as 60. That means minus 12x plus 5x. So minus 12x plus 5x will give you minus of 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. So if can I rub this? Yes, of course. From here I am taking common x, so x minus 12, and from here I am taking common 5, so x minus 12 is equal to 0. So you are getting x minus 12 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x minus 12 is equal to 0 and x plus 5 equal to 0. So you are getting x equal to 12 and x equal to minus of 5. Since it is your 9, 13, 5, okay, these are the given, but you need to find the length of the base. You need to find the length of the base. Okay, fine. So base was what? Height was your x. Height was your x, and base was x minus 7, isn't it? So you will consider only that positive value, because side of a triangle cannot be negative. So we will consider only the positive value. So that means x would be 12. So that means height would be 12 and base would be how much? 12 minus of 7, that means 5 centimeter. So option number what? So option number 3. 3 would be the correct answer. That is the base of the triangle. Okay, fine. So this is how, using the formula, you can calculate those areas, base, height, etc. of a triangle. So remember here, what you need to remember, the area of a triangle is half cross base cross h. It is a right angle triangle. Done. Let's go to the next question. Fine. So the question is, what is the height of a solid cylinder whose radius is 5 centimeter and total surface area is 660 centimeter square? Now you are given a cylinder. Okay. In every question you are getting different structures, so you have to have a very good command on the formulas for the surface areas, volume of those figures, isn't it? So you are given the radius as 5 centimeter. Radius as 5 centimeter. And you need to find this height. Height is this value. Height is this value. So height you need to find, radius is given as 5 centimeter. Now, and total surface area is given. So what is the total surface area for a cylinder? What is the formula for the total surface area of a cylinder? So total surface area for a cylinder is, that means the curved surface area and the two circular surfaces. Okay, so for a cylinder, the total surface area will be considered the curved surface areas and the two circular surfaces. So twice pi r. Formula for total surface areas is 2 pi r plus h. 2 pi r plus h. So it is given as 660. So from here, 2 cross pi value is 22 by 7 cross r is given as 5, and 5 plus h you don't know, you need to calculate. So if you calculate, you will get the values of h. So if I 660 into, if I take this whole value in this side, it will be 7 by 44. 22 into 2, 44. So this is the mere calculation, you need to calculate it. Okay, so from here if I cut it by 11, so it will be 4 and 60 and 15, isn't it? 15. So 15 into 7. So 15 into 7, it would give you 105. 105. So from here 5 plus h would give you 105 divided by 5. So 105 by 5, how much? 21. So h is equal to how much? So from here h is equal to 21 minus of 5 is equal to your 16. Yes, 16 centimeter. So height of that cylinder is 16 centimeter. So what are the formula used here? It is the total surface area for a cylinder. The total surface area for a cylinder formula is twice pi r into r plus h. Okay, so only once you know the formula you can solve such question. Without formula you can solve. So that is why formulas are very much important to solve mensuration question. So let us move to the next question. So here your next question is, length and breadth of a rectangle are increased by 16% and 15% respectively. By how much percentage will its area increase? So if I use this in a short method, we can use the percentage concept here. Okay, we can use the percentage concept here. So here let us consider all. So 16 percentage. So 16 percentage is how much? 16 by 100. So if I convert this percentage into fraction, I will get how much? 425. So that means if I consider my length to be 25, my whole length, this is one of the way to solve such question, isn't it? You can do conventionally or you can use this method. So the method is here, you convert the percentage into fraction. Now consider the denominator as base, then old length is 25, then new length would be how much? It would be 4 more in 25. So 4 more in 25 will give you 25 plus 4. The new length would be 29 because the length and breadth of the rectangle is increased. That is why we are taking increased value as 29. Now breadth, for breadth the given percentage is 15%. So if I convert this percentage into fraction, so what will I get? 15 by 100. So 520. So what will I get? 3 by 20. So from here, if I consider old breadth as my denominator, so if my old breadth is 20, so new breadth would be how much? So it would be 3 more on 20. So 3 more on 20 would give you 23. Okay, so your length is, old length is 25, old breadth is 20, and new length is 29 and new breadth is 23. Then old area. Now area is what? Length into breadth. We have also discussed such question while solving percentage questions if you remember, if you have checked my previous videos. So in percentage I have completely discussed this concept. So you check once the previous videos. Alright. So old area is length into breadth. So length was 25 and breadth was 20. So it will give you 500. What? It is centimeter or meter? Anything. You can take unit square because we don't know the unit here. Okay, fine. And new area would be how much? New area would be, new length is 29 and new breadth is 23. So if you multiply this 29 and 23, what will I get? Multiply 29, 23. 667. Okay, 667. 66. Do the calculation by yourself. 667 unit square. So that means my old area was 500 and new area is 667. That means area is increased. So increased area is how much? Till now you are getting my point. From the percentage concept we have done this. So you know the length is increased by 16%. That means 16% fractional value for 16% is 4 by 25. So if I take my old length as 25, then the 4 more will give you new length. And similarly 15% for breadth. So breadth percentage to fraction conversion for breadth is 3/20. So that means if I consider my breadth to be 20, my new breadth would be 3 more on the old breadth. So 20 plus 3, 23. So from here, new area, old area is length into breadth is equal to 25 into 20. It will give you 500, and new area is 29 into 23, so 667. So how much is the increased area? So increased area is how much? Increased area is 667 minus of 500. So 761. 167 is the increased area. Unit square. And it is the, now you need to calculate what? Percentage increase. So percentage increase would be how much? So percentage increase would be will be, so 167 increase on what? On 500, of course, into 100%, because your value increases or decreases on the original value, and the original value was 500. So if you calculate this, what will I get? 0 0 0 0 cancel out, 5 3, again 1 and 7, 5 3, okay, 33 something. Yes, option number 2 would be the correct answer. Then you will get what? 2 and 0, so 5 4s are 22, 33.4% increase. Okay, so this is how you can do. This is actually percentage concept, and here you have only mensuration concept as the area of the rectangle. Length and breadth is given, the area is length into breadth. So both the percentage and mensuration concept is given in this question. Okay, using both the concept we can solve this. So 33.4% is the net increase, while we are increasing net increase in area when we increase the length by 16% and breadth by 15%. Okay, so let us take this session till here. So we will discuss further from this topic. So till then you just memorize those formulas. Okay, you just draw the figures on one side of a paper and write the formulas, okay, related formulas like areas, volumes, etc., and you memorize it. Only after you can solve such questions from mensuration topic. Okay, so till now we have solved 5 questions. We will again solve further question from this topic. Okay, so this is all for the day. Thank you.